Okay, so today is a bit of an odd video. So I was talking with Kelly and we were joking back and forth about the reproductive quiz and um I had a moment where I was like, okay, I truly believe that knowledge about reproductive health is at least it should be one of the number one taught things in school. And it's not something that should be, shoved off on somebody to teach that has no passion for it or, doesn't really, care about it. And so I make it a point every year, every single school year, to teach reproductive organs because I believe that knowledge is very empowering. Okay. I believe it can save lives. I believe it greatly impacts your health. I believe it will impact the potential future generations. It will impact your education, your job, your economic status, the route that you take in life. Like there are so many things. There are so many things that education impacts, especially as a female. So I wanted to share some statistics with you about conditions that will really change your life and statistics that will really change your life. And then I will tell you your assignment at the very end. Please bear with me because it's really important, guys. It is. It's really important. This isn't one of those things that you get to just memorize and then you take the test and you get to forget it. You just don't get to do that with this. So here we go. 770,000 girls under the age of 15 give birth every single year. Every single year. Under the age of 15. 15! Do you know what you should be doing at 15? Like, most of you are in 9th grade and you have your 15th birthday. 9th grade. And these girls are younger than that. So below 9th grade, 770,000. 39,000 child marriages happen every single day. Every day. You guys, this is not okay. This is not okay. And in the US, I would love to say, oh, well, that doesn't happen here. Yes, it does. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I want to say there's like 48 states that allow underage marriages. As long as you have parental consent, there you go. And there is a portion of those states that have no minimum age. Do you know that? Like some states say, okay, 14 and parental consent's fine. 14? And then others say, no minimum age. So you could technically marry off like a baby to someone if you wanted. What is happening? Okay, gynecological conditions and infections. So, at some point, if you have the female reproductive organs, you're gonna have a condition at some point in your life, right? If you're male and you choose to have females around you in your life anywhere, you need to know this because you are their support system, okay? If you're there as a friend, as a partner, even as a son, like at some point you're going to have to support someone who's really going through something gynecologically. And yeah, that's a topic that a lot of girls aren't like, hey, want to come talk to me about my problem with this? But you need to know. And you don't get to like we're done with sticking our heads in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Like as a culture, this whole men get to stick their heads in the sand and ignore that women have gynecological issues and you don't have to learn about it because you're a dude. No, like, forget it. I'm not doing it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, you guys end up being husbands and fathers, and you will have a daughter, and maybe she's struggling with something, or maybe your wife is struggling with something, or your sister, or your best friend, and you don't get to stick your head in the sand because it's not you. You don't get to say, well, these aren't my organs, they're not my problem. This is your person. Like, you have to care about them as a person. Okay, let's get into the stats. So, Aside from AIDS, the most common and serious complication of STDs among women is pelvic inflammatory disease. This is a topic you don't even hear about. Like, I know about it, but that's because I'm a nerd. Like, how many of you have heard of PID? Anyone? Gentlemen? Anyone? In the US, more than 1 million women experience an episode of acute PID each year. 1 million women every single year. With teenagers having the highest rate of infection. This is your group, people. This is your group. More than 100,000 women become infertile each year because of PID. This pains me. Like, this hurts me. It is estimated that between 2% and 10% of American women, so 5.5 million women and girls of childbearing age, have endometriosis. This makes endometriosis more common than AIDS and more common than cancer. Y'all, I'm going to read that again. Endometriosis is more common than AIDS and more common than cancer. Endometriosis is one of the 3 major causes of female infertility. Chlamydia and STI is the most frequently reported infectious disease in the US, and it's not just a female issue, okay? 40% of women will develop pelvic inflammatory disease, and 20% of these women will become infertile. Like, knowledge is power. I can't say that enough. Like, you need to know your body. You need to know this information. Like, this, I truly believe that you need to know this information. All right, let's talk about cancer for a minute. Consider the following gynecological cancer statistics from the American Cancer Society. Cancer of the endometrium is the most common cancer of the female reproductive organ. It is estimated that 40,880 new cases of endometrial cancer will be diagnosed in the United States in 2005, and about 7,310 women will die from endometrial cancer. Anybody heard of endometrial cancer? That talked about a lot in the news? Nope. Ovarian cancer is the 7th most common cancer among women. It is estimated about 22,220 new cases of ovarian cancer will be diagnosed in the United States in 2005. Ovarian cancer accounts for 3% of all new cancers in women and causes more death than any other cancer of the female reproductive system. It is estimated that there will be about 16,210 deaths from ovarian cancer during 2005. Like, are you guys adding up these numbers? Like, 40,000 plus new cases of endometrial cancer in a single year. 7,000 of those women will die. Ovarian cancer, 22,000 new cases in one single year. 16,000 deaths. Like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The mortality rates for cervical cancer have declined sharply as Pap screening, so Pap smears, have become more prevalent. About 10,000 cases of invasive cervical cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. during 2005. Some researchers estimate that non-invasive cervical cancer, also referred to as carcinoma in situ, is nearly 4 times more common than invasive cervical cancer. When vulvar cancer is detected early, it is highly curable. It is estimated that about 3,870 cases of vulvar cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. in 2005. Vaginal cancer is relatively rare, responsible for about 3% of cancers of the female reproductive system. It is estimated that approximately 2,140 cases of vaginal cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. during 2005. So these are just some statistics. Like, this doesn't go into female education rates and economic status, which is just insanity. The more education a female has, the fewer children she's likely to have, the less likely she is to enter poverty, like domestic violence, child brides, like all of this. And as a result, the children that she bears, if she chooses to have children, and that is a choice, and it should be a choice. That is not something that should ever be forced upon you. It should be your choice. Then those children will have a better life because she has had the opportunity to be educated, because she has had the opportunity to make choices for herself, to be in safe places, to pick a partner whom she chooses, to have a job, a career that she loves, to have better medical insurance, to be able to be in safer places in the world. Like, guys, education is the door for all of this. Like, you have to see that. Like, you have to understand that all of this knowledge really does result in something better. It results in something better for you, and it results in something better for your children. Like, your future generations, your legacy, everything that you leave, every person you encounter that you share this information with will be better for it. And that's my rant. So when I was joking with Kelly about the reproductive health quiz and making, little silly mix-ups and blah, 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 I had this like moment of reflection and realization. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not letting these people get out of my room without knowledge of reproductive organs. Like, this is crazy. Because look at this. You guys, it's in your age group, it's more common than cancer. Like, we need to know about this stuff. It's important. Like, it's important. It's important. It's important to me that you know reproductive health. It is important. So, as such, I would like to offer you the opportunity to retest your reproductive health quiz and hormones one time. You get one time, and I'm going to let you retake it. And if you do better, I will replace your grade in the grade book. If you ever have questions, literally ever, like even seniors, I know that this is your last week, but if you ever have questions, you email me. You just email me. I don't care if you've graduated and you're, old and you have a different situation in life or whatever. You have a question, you email me, because I will be there for you. From here on out, you will always be my kid. You will always be mine. And so I will always take care of you. So whatever you need, I will always be here for you. You can ask me anything at all. No judgment from me ever. Okay? Because reproductive health and reproductive education is just that important. So, I will post your retest opportunity. I hope to hear from you soon.